Hey guys, Morgan here. Welcome to the Process 101. Today I would like to talk about the subject of etymology. Etymology is the study and origin of words and why that is so important in today's society. Most people today are just too preoccupied, too overstimulated to really sit down, read, listen to things, understand what is really going on in the world, and understand why the world works the way it does. Because, in the words of Jordan Maxwell, nothing in this world works the way you think it does. Now, etymology is, like I said, the study and origin of words. Where our words come from, how we got to where we are with words and how we use them. A perfect example is, ask the next time you see someone, ask them where the word understand comes from. Most people can't answer that question because they don't know. The word understand is a very ancient word, and it goes all the way back to Egypt and the Egyptians. And I'm going to put it in the terms that you can understand. Let's say you buy a new house, and the house has a basement. And on the first floor, you want to put an entire Tyrannosaurus Rex, set up the skeleton of a Tyrannosaurus Rex in your living room. Well, to do that, you would have to go down to the basement and look up and make sure that the support beams could hold that much weight coming down. And this is where the word understand comes from, is before mathematics, before all of that stuff came in, they would have to go down under something, stand and look up and see if it could hold that weight. To go under and stand and see if that would work. So if the support of the support beams and the structure could hold the Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton, that is where the word understand comes from. To go under and stand, and then have understanding. And there are great vast many words that we don't, the most people don't understand. Take the word Congress. The word Congress is mostly associated with Congress and the United States and the government and how it works. The word Congress simply means sexual union. And there are great many words that we don't understand where we get them from, especially when it has to do with money. Take, for example, the word bank, where you take your money. Where do you think we got the word bank from? Think about it. River bank, liquid assets, currency, current. These are the words I'm trying to get people to understand. And I'm going to go over a lot of etymology and talk about the origin of words, because I think it's really important, because a lot of people don't understand why the things work the way they do in the world. And we'll get into more words. Another great example is the word pyramid. It comes from two words, pyre and mid. The first word meaning fire. The last word meaning middle. Middle of the fire. Now, what that really means is, and I get this a lot because, and I'm sure everyone's wondered why there's a pyramid on the back of the dollar bill. Now, this goes back to, this is a very ancient thing, but truly what pyramid means and represents is fire in the middle, meaning the male sexual organ. Now, most people go, that's not right. If you go back and you do your math, not your math, but if you go back and you really go back and read up on it, that is actually where the origin of the word comes from, is the male organ. And that is why it's on the back of the dollar bill. Now, there is much more to that, but Truly, that is the reason for the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill. It represents man. And that's where you get the word manufacture. You labor. Women are in labor. You're a laborer, laboring. These are words that people simply don't understand. And that's why I want to go over some of these things. Because people don't understand how the world really works. And especially when it comes to things, like I said, money. A perfect example is people think that you can take your money and purchase things and own them. You can't own anything in the United States. That point of fact, you cannot own anything in the United States. All you can do is, let's say someone comes to your home and they paint your house. They're going to give you a bill for doing a job. In return, you're going to give them a bill. You exchange bills, as in dollar bill. You cannot own, you cannot actually buy anything. That's not how it works. The same thing with the bank. The bank does not loan you money. When you go in to buy a car, the bank decides whether or not they want to take a risk and take out, which is actually a more common phrase today, is a line of credit. What they do is they write a check to the car dealership and they take out a line of credit in your name in the hopes that you will pay back that line of credit. The banks do not loan money. They simply don't. That is a misconception. Banks don't loan money. They just take out a line of credit. So these are the things I want to talk about when it comes to etymology. It's the study and origin of words and why they're important. Here's another really great example. When someone comes, say, someone comes over the border, say from Mexico, they come in the United States and they work illegally. We call them an illegal alien. We assume that alien means as in they're a foreigner or they're not from our country or aliens from outer space. But what the actual meaning is what happens is, and a lot of people don't understand this either, is the United States is a business. It's a corporation. You are a corporation. That's why people say, when they say, mind your own business, you are a business, they are a business. Or they'll say, I think you're keeping bad company. That is where that stuff comes from. Because when you come, the United States operates as a corporation. It's why you have a social security number. And point of fact, you are owned and traded on the stock market. And that is why you have to carry car insurance, because it insures you. Because you are, and you definitely are, bought and sold and traded on the stock market. But to get back to the alien part about it is, when you come into the United States and you do business and you're not a citizen, they put on you what is called a mechanic's lien, because you are doing business illegally. So it's not an alien, they put a lien on you, because you are operating in the United States illegally. And that's where the word alien comes from. So there are a lot of these misconceptions and things like this that we don't understand. This is kind of an introductory video. I just wanted people to understand that these sort of things don't work the way you... This is more of an introduction into why the things work the way they work in the United States and the world, and why words and symbols are so important. And I want to flip back to the thing about the pyramid, the dollar bill, and the male sexual organ. Because a lot of our language is based on sex and sexuality and on all these things, because that's where we get a lot of, like I said, we get these words like manufacture, labor, to labor. And if you don't believe me about the pyramid thing, next time you're in a business, especially like a courthouse, state building, most of those places will have it. Some places are going away from it, but I guarantee you, at some point you will run into a public restroom, and usually the male and female are on opposite sides of the wall, and there's two doors, or sometimes I guess they're on one wall, but they are separate, and they always have to be identified with a symbol. Now, the next time you go into a state, I think federal buildings, of course, too, or any public building, look at the symbol above the bathroom. The male symbol will always be a pyramid, a triangle, and the women's will always have a circle. That is a very good indication of why that word is used for that, because people don't understand that symbols and the meaning of words are so important. But the vast majority of you don't understand that stuff. Understand your laws, understand the meaning of words, people. I'm telling you, it's super important. But that is the truth. That is honestly the truth. That is where the word pyramid comes from, and that is actually what it means. So the next time you go, if you're a man, if you're heading into the bathroom, look up, and I guarantee you the symbol where it will have the little emblem of the man, and it'll say men, but it will be, the sign itself will be a pyramid. Also, women, glance over next time you look and see. Nothing in this world works the way that you think it does. I can guarantee you that. The greater population is too concerned with the next football game and who won and what Kim Kardashian is doing and all these things that those that are in control want you to focus on, not what's really important in life. So we will get more into etymology, and we will talk more about this in the future. So really keep that in mind next time you're thinking about words and what they mean. Look it up, do your research, do your homework, and if you have any questions, like I said, always below I will have my personal email. Email me if you have questions about anything I'm talking about, and I will elaborate on all of it. Like I said, this channel is a very basic intro sort of into all of these subjects. So, like I said, if you have questions, email me. But that's it, guys. Thanks for listening.